Hey, welcome to Inspire by Sindia. I'm your host, Sindia, and I am here with Adeline, one of my guests, and I'm so excited for her to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her. How are you today, Adeline?
Hi, good morning from Singapore, and hi, Sindia. Thank you for having me on your show. So, my name is Adeline, and I come from Singapore. I am I'm here to remind all moms to first take care of yourselves so that you can be a better you can better care for your children, your family, your extended family, and fulfill all the obligations that you have in your life. I have been there, and as a young mom myself, um, I was so busy taking care of everything else except myself. And before I knew it, I felt the burnout, I felt exhausted, and I totally forgot about who I was and what I wanted in life.
Mm,
And coming to this stage in my life, I'm in my 50s now, I realized that, I really, I was so acutely aware of everybody's expectations of me, and so much so that I forgot what I truly wanted. And I have to take some time to figure things out myself. And now that my children are grown up. Yeah, so that's the long and short of who I am and what I'm doing now.
okay, nice. How old were you when you found out when this realization of you have to start living for yourself came?
Actually, it started off with me wondering, is there more to life? And
Mm,
my kids were both maybe in their late teens, going on 20, and I started wondering, is the job, I wasn't really feeling fulfilled at the job, and I was thinking like, is this really it? Am I just going to go to work and go home and, just carry on with the daily grind in that
mhm.
way. Is that really it? And I
Yeah.
started looking for meaning, looking for purpose. And initially I thought I found something, and I spent 10 years of my life doing that. I was with a group of like-minded women, and we ran a studio advocating vibrant life. And
Mm,
while that was good, it inspired me to realize that age is just a number, and everything else are just excuses. So
mm.
for the first time in my life, I embrace exercise, and I do exercise every day. Before
Nice.
I before that, I really did not enjoy working out. Yeah, but today I do it daily,
Mhm.
and also, I think life has this tendency to send you lemons, right? So,
Mhm.
so at the end of 2022, I I was scammed of all my life savings. I lost
Oh.
that, and that sent me into a rabbit hole of despair. And I felt like such a victim, and I
Mhm.
felt sorry for myself, and every day it was just pity parade. And actually, I guess it was something I had to go through
Mhm.
to realize something, and I made powerful decisions. I
Mhm.
I realized that focus is a choice, really. And then I gave up all the limiting beliefs, and I started to take action. And
Mm.
also through all this, through the that setback, I it made me realize that I was so acutely aware of everybody's expectations of me, and I lacked clarity of my own needs and desires, and
Mhm.
that led to a lack of boundaries. And because of the lack of boundaries, that led to a huge amount of drama in my life, right?
Mm.
And the second thing was also self-care is not a selfish thing, because I think a lot of people have got this uh, image or this idea that
Mhm.
self-care is like you spend a whole day at a spa, uh, just enjoying yourself, forget about everything else. No, it does
Yeah.
not have to be that. It can start with just 5 minutes of breathing or journaling, or even just listening to a podcast like this, right? Mm,
Yeah.
yes, and of course, it's all due to all the preconceived notions of words, such as words of saying no and
Mhm.
words like boundaries. They just, people have this very limited idea of what these words mean.
Mhm.
But really saying no to others is really saying yes to ourselves, right? Because sometimes
Yeah.
we have to be aware of our own needs first before we say yes to everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm,
walk me through that experience of feeling like the victim. You were feeling
mm,
like the victim, and what transpired for you to say enough
mm,
is enough? I know you said you were exercising.
mm.
What transpired and you said enough is enough. I'm willing and ready to make this the best life and do what I need to do.
Okay. So I think I've come across this idea of the dreaded drama triangle, um, DDT. So
Mm,
in there, as a victim, right, we tend to almost always focus too much on our problem, and that was what
yeah.
I was doing every day. I was
Mm,
just looking at the money that I've lost, and why did that happen to me? Why was I so dumb? And all those questions kept coming.
uh-huh.
And because of that, I was just feeling smaller and smaller every day, right? And
Yeah.
and as a result of that, I I just totally just forgot about, as it is, I am not aware of my own desires and needs, right? And because of con of me constantly focusing on my problems, I
Mhm.
was further away from all my needs and desires. Okay, and thankfully, a friend sent this information about this app called Headway, and Headway
Mhm.
gives book summaries. And when I started looking at the book summaries, because I really don't have time to finish a whole book, but book
Uh-huh.
summaries are great things because in 20 minutes you really get the gist of what books are saying. And through
Mhm.
those books, I realized that I had been focusing too much on my problem. And if I
Yeah.
just simply focus on what I want, what I really wanted, and what it would look like when I have it, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of that just shifted my entire being from
Nice.
like just being so lost and so small and so sorry for myself
Mhm.
into like I have I become aware really of what lights me up, um what I might be happy doing, and the biggest takeaway for me at that time was I was focusing too much on myself. If I focus
Ah,
on doing good for others, I I will stop, focusing on the bad things, right? Therefore,
yeah.
this awakening, this knowing that focus is a choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I started making choices that were good for me, good for people around me, and and then just give up, release all the limiting beliefs of I'm not good enough, I'm a victim, yeah, all those things, giving them up and taking action, taking steps that are aligned with my own goals and dreams. Yes.
Yeah. I like that you
Mm.
said that. I like that you
Mhm.
said that because we do focus a lot on ourselves. And when we take the focus off of ourselves, we can see the bigger picture because it's not really about us at the end of the day. So
Absolutely.
that's really good that you said that. And how did it change your home, your family, the kids when you
Uh,
came into the realization?
oh, okay. I think the scam just happened two, yeah, now 2 years, like back in 2022. So my kids are are in the twenties now.
Mm,
So the good thing about them being adults now, they did not blame me. They totally understand that a scam can happen to anyone, and
yeah,
it just happened that yeah, I fell into it, and and they were understanding. They didn't blame me. They instead uh, were so loving, have been so loving as they have always been. So that helped a lot. And of course, my husband also played a very pivotal role of not blaming me, of stepping up to, because I also, other than losing my savings, I borrowed money from credit cards. So he actually stepped up and settled all those loans, so that
nice.
the thing about loans is the interest will build up, right? It's not so
Hmm.
much the capital sum, but really the interest. So he stepped up and helped me to sort those things out, and I I can at least say that I am debt free, right?
Nice.
And so that really helped, and I'm really really thankful, and really I thank God every day for this wonderful family that I have, and remembering that gratitude is also the number one thing um
Absolutely.
during whenever we feel down. Actually, the easiest and fastest thing to help us out of that rabbit hole really is gratitude, right? To be appreciative that at least for me, I had a roof over my head, I have a warm bed every night, I have a
Yeah.
wonderful family, and those were really things that um, made me remember that you know money is not everything, that
Yeah.
without the money in my life, actually there's a lot more space now for me to feel gratitude, to to really be appreciative of all that I have, and the role that money plays is really just an uh, what is a vehicle for me to get things. So it's not the end, but it's just
Yeah.
the means to an end. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. I like that. And these days with your family, um, these days with your family moving forward in life, are you
Mhm.
happy now? I mean, not that that happened, but do you see now better that something that was meant for bad turned out to be very good and helped you moved
Mm.
on?
Yes, absolutely. I think in life, everything that happens to us are here to just serve a lesson, right? And
Yeah.
I've heard that um, when we don't learn the lesson, you know the this same event, or this same thing will keep
Mhm.
happening until
Yeah.
you get it, right? So
Right.
lessons don't have to be big, and yeah, it can be something as simple as being grateful, having gratitude, having appreciation, right? And the minute I realized that yes, I have been focusing on all the lack, and what I need to do is just focus on what I have in my life, which are
Mhm.
the love, my family, the the love, my family, and my faith in God, and all these things that I have, you
Mhm.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we see all the things that we have, we forget about the little things that we've lost, right? Mm.
Yeah. What best advice you ever received around maybe that situation or throughout your life that holds you on till this day?
Mm, okay. I think I would say that for me, success is really an authentic expression of my heart
Mm.
and not changing myself to be whatever others want or expect me to be.
Yeah.
So this for me is really important because as I've said earlier, that I have always been acutely aware of um, what others expected of me, what they wanted me to be, starting from when I was young, my mom wanted me to be this, and this. And to get her approval, her attention, I had to be that, right? To be that good
Yeah.
girl with the good grades and all that. And other than my mom, there were other people in my life that I wanted to be whoever they want me to be,
Yeah.
right? So at this point in my life, I realize I've come to terms with no, actually, this is really not what I ought to be. I don't have to be what others expect me to be. I just
Right.
have to be authentic, express my heart and and just be that person I am meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm.
what inspires you these days being the person that you ought to be?
Mm, really, it's meeting people like you, Sindia,
Oh.
um, having gone through your journey, listening to your story on your podcast, and connecting with different women around the
Yeah.
world. Now with social media, with the internet, our distance is no longer like, I don't know, it's not just physical, right? We can
Right.
connect, and even despite the time difference, we can find commonality and meet. And
Absolutely.
so, it's really connecting with uh, all you wonderful women around the world who have conquered your own fears, who have surmounted your own challenges and
Yeah.
rising from those ashes, right, to be who you are today. Really, all of you inspire me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm,
And would you
yeah.
say human beings are so much alike than we are different?
Yes. I think
Yeah.
despite the where we are, where we grow up, our cultural differences, our idiosyncrasies, I think basically we are all like we we aspire to be better people. We are inspired by others and we
Yeah.
want to do the same for others. And that transcends really cultural differences, physical distances, and yeah, backgrounds even. I think this is really what um who we are meant to be, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Tell us about your program.
The, okay, my program. I've decided that I want to take more time to experience my life and do something that really lights me up at this point in my life, and
Mhm.
that is something relating to food because I realized that I flow with ease, and it really lights me up when I am doing something as simple as cooking, preparing meals for my family,
Yeah.
and my husband seeing the joy that I have. This actually the joy of cooking started when the world was in lockdown, when we had to spend so
Ah,
much time at home.
yeah.
So so I found inspiration in watching videos and recreating those dishes, those the food that I saw, you know,
Mhm.
recreating them and putting my own spin to it because I mean I didn't know what it tastes like, but I could taste what I cook, right? So I see he saw that I have so much joy and he even recognized the talent that I have in creating food, you know. So he said, why don't we do something that's related to food? You know, while you ground yourself, you find you because I think he's aware and he could see and now I could see myself that I was not grounded. My foot was I felt that I was just floating from one thing to another,
Mm.
trying to find my footing.
Mm.
And the minute I decided to focus on on food, I've I felt the grounding. I felt I was anchored in
Mm.
something that truly I found joy and meaning in. So so I will focus on this first and you know over time I think more things will come to me, right? With an abundance mindset, things will come and I will have even a clearer idea. But for now, I have a free downloadable for all your listeners. It's called the Top 10 Keys to Emotional Freedom. It's a free downloadable. There are some exercises in there
Nice.
for you to reflect on. And if you find it useful, we can also connect. My social media handles are there, even my email is there, and we can connect and I can see how I can help you, right? Because at the moment I don't have like I'm not uh putting up a course where you have to pay me I don't know how much money just to work with me for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. You know, I'm just here really ready to help and talk to anyone who just needs a friend, who just needs some guidance. Yeah, and I'll be most happy and willing to talk to you, right? Yes.
Yeah, I
Mm.
like that. Putting yourself out there to the opening to help others, because again, that's what
Yes,
we're really here for. Um,
that's right. Yeah.
True happiness is found when you are, if I were to ask
Mm.
you the question, true happiness is found when,
Ah, when you are, well, I would like to say when you know who you are, but that's really a hard thing to do. Not easy to achieve because it really takes time for us to discover who we are, right? But
Mhm.
true that to me ultimately would be the true happiness. But the first step to happiness really is appreciation, you know, having gratitude for everything that is present in our life. You
Yes.
know, once you take your attention away from what's missing in life, you begin to experience some form of happiness. Yes. I think that's a
Yeah,
good start, right?
absolutely. And
Mm.
what kind of impact do you hope to leave on this world?
That I think um uh, just like what I've been always saying for women, for moms to see that, you know, stop focusing on what's missing in your life, right?
Yes.
That's what a lot of people these days call the lack mentality, the lack mindset, but instead focus on everything that is present, you know, and start from there. Because being appreciative of what we have does not equal to I am contented. No, you can still you know what you have and because you're appreciative of that, maybe you can even start sharing that and more will come. right? It
Yeah,
is it
absolutely.
is really what I felt in the past was, oh, I have to be contented with what I have. I have a good husband, I have two wonderful children, I have this and I have that. I have to be contented. I did not dare to desire more. But
Mm,
desiring more does not mean that you desire more shiny objects, right? You can desire to be an inspiration to others, to help more people to be whatever is it that is your gift, right? To be happier,
mhm.
to be more appreciative, to be more grateful, yeah,
Yeah.
or to be more confident.
Yeah. What would you say to someone that has all that they need inside of them, but they're too shy or too scared to put their work out there?
Okay, I think you touched on that. We touched on that earlier. Is to realize that um to put our work out there is not about ourselves,
That's
really.
right.
It's about the good that we want to give to others. And
Mhm.
this was the number one thing. This I tell you my secret. How I got over the fear of public speaking.
Mm.
We all are afraid of public speaking because we are thinking of, am I good enough? Do they like what I will they like what I'm saying?
Mhm.
No, because we are focused on ourselves. That's why we are so afraid, right? But
Yeah.
once we are focused on the mission that we have, the message that we have for them, for the people out there,
Mhm.
you find that the fear is no longer there because you're not focused there. You're focused on your message, on what you
Yeah.
have for the world. And and this is really just by switching our focus, you will get this confidence in yourself. And of course, um, you have to stop listening to all the people that tell you you're not good enough. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
All that as well. Yes,
Yeah. Changing your surroundings and being around positive people can definitely get you there. Because I know
that's right.
I've been dealing with
Mm.
imposter syndrome, and I always ask those questions because it's been a long time for me. I've been shy, and
Mm-hmm.
just seeing now, I'm realizing how we're so alike than not alike. So I
Yes,
ask these questions to show the world that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to make the first step. It's in your first step
absolutely.
you'll find the next greatness and the next greatness of what's to come for you. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that you
Yes,
shared
yes.
all this intuition, all this great stuff. Out of your 10 steps, what is the best step that you follow every day and you can share with us before our
Mm.
listeners go and listen to or go out and listen to the 10 steps or read the 10 steps?
Okay, I think most importantly is about expectations. I think when you have expectations, you will have disappointments. So this is really about, you know, reminding ourselves to uh, to about the expectations we have of others, of situations, of even of ourselves. We
Mhm,
just trust that we know what we know and we can do what we set out to do, right? So
mhm.
that's the thing that I like to remind all the listeners. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yes, that's awesome.
Mm,
Awesome.
that's yes.
Yeah, and you inspired me today by sharing these stories because we all need
Mm,
to hear those so we can move forward in life. And Adeline, I thank you
mm-hmm.
for being on this podcast with me. Is there anything else you would like to share with the audience today?
Okay. Well, I would like to connect with all of you. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok. And my name is Adeline Heng, Adeline Heng. And my brand is Love Your Gray. Grey, Grey, right? So these are, uh, I think if you search them on the various social media, you'll find me. And just connect and let me know that you found me on Cindia's podcast, and I'll be happy to talk to you and to make the connection.
Absolutely. And you said
Mm.
love your gray.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
And what
that's
made you?
that's something I've been.
Mm-hmm.
What made me choose that? I
Yeah, that's cute.
that's the story behind Love Your Grey is, during that time when I was with this group of women advocating vibrant living. So I realized many people are insecure about our imperfections, our flaws, uh, and as we grow older, our lines and the marks on our face, all
Mm-hmm.
that. So, or our lack of hair. So, for me, I think it's important that we love ourselves, we embrace who we are,
Yeah.
imperfections, warts, and all.
Right.
And when you start loving yourself, you will then be able to uh, lovingly look at the imperfections and then decide what sort of improvements you need,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not about feeling sorry about our imperfections and our flaws. It's really about, okay, so uh, I see that I need improvement in this area. And so these are the steps that I would do to improve. Yes,
Yeah.
so that was the story behind Love Your Grey.
Love your gray. I like that.
Mm,
All right, Adeline. I keep mixing
mm,
that up. Adeline,
mm.
I really enjoyed our conversation today, and I thank you
Yes,
for being
thank
on my
you.
podcast. It was amazing
Thank you
having
so
you here.
much.
And I
Yes.
want to ask you one more question. What
Okay.
inspires you today?
Oh, I think just simply talking with you this few minutes inspired me to be to continue doing what I do, you know, just sharing. Really, it reminded me to not focus on what I am not, right? But the to focus on what I already have that I can share with the world, that I can share with people. So yeah, so it's as much a reminder for me as it is for everyone.
Yes, and I did ask you
Mm,
that already. So
that's
I
right.
thank you so much, Miss Adeline, for joining me today. And for the
Thank
world that's
you.
listening, follow
Hmm.
Miss Adeline and let us know. Thank you. You
Thank
have a
you
good
so
one.
much.